Alright, so back to this. Honestly, I didn't think I would end up making a video so soon after. But here we are, I guess, right? Again, this is what do you call it? Pokemon Omicron mid-game review, right? I already posted the early game review. It's funny enough, it's still in the Insurgents folder. I'll make a separate Omicron folder. But yeah, well, funny enough, that video talked more about Insurgents than Omicron, basically comparing, right? And went over kind of like Omicron is like, I guess, like a prequel, like a warm-up or like build-up to Insurgents. Because again, I'm going to be honest, right? It kind of sucked, right? Like, and that was kind of the point that I was making by comparing it to what Insurgents did right versus Omicron doing wrong in the first video I did, again, the early game review. However, this is the mid-game review, so again, this is going to be different, right? Not going to talk about Insurgents as much. Going to stick with Omicron, right? This will also probably end up being a shorter one because I'm only going to be talking about Omicron. But I'll be talking about, like, kind of the developments and or I guess where I am first off, which I'll get into now, but and then the developments, and then along with like my thoughts and opinions, right? So yeah, I guess, right? But there's that. So where I am now, so right now I just beat the 4th gym leader, right? It was the robot gym leader. I don't even remember what city name it was. Well, I guess I have the route list up. I can just pull it up, right? Or I guess, yeah, let me pull it up real quick. Pokemon Omicron, Zeta Omicron. I can pull up the route. So it is Fianga City with the Hadron Collider, the one where you're like that you pass through like 20 times yet can't fight. But yeah, again, I finally, challenged the gym there and beat it. After you get cut. It's after you get cut, and it's against the robot gym leader. So yeah, the 4th gym leader, I'm right after that, and I felt like it was a pretty good time to do this. Because it seems like the game's actually semi-picking up, and again, that's kind of what I wanted to talk about, right? So, again, right, so, like, kind of developments. So, I guess major developments story-wise, right? Again, we fought 2 gym leaders since, and actually both of them were very recent, so, yeah, that's good. More encounters with Team Olympus. Another one of the commanders, I believe it was Apollo, or was it Artemis? Shoot, who are the commanders? Honestly, I guess it's on the page, so let me just pull up the Pokemon Omicron page, right? It was either Artemis or Apollo, so, shoot, where are the, is it under routes and towns? No, it's not. So we have Team Olympus led by Zeus, right, and Omicron, but I want to see the, or is it under home? No, it's not. Is it under story? Yeah, because I found a list of the, actual, I don't know. But yeah, it's like Apollo or Artemis. Yeah, but again, right, that's something where it was like, I don't remember, but it was another one of the commanders, right? We're not at a point to where we can really differentiate between them. I think it was Artemis, which, again, there was a list of the commanders somewhere, or just like, it wasn't under story, but Team Olympus, right? Again, yeah, Team Olympus, and because it's the Greek gods, right? Because Team Asgard and Odin, those are Nordic gods, right? Olympus and Zeus, like, that's Greek gods, right? And it was Apollo, Olympus, and someone else, right? I believe there were 3. So, but I can't remember where. Is it under the wiki? It's not under the Reddit. It might be under just the general wiki, but again, right? So let me, oh my god, now I'm getting like ads everywhere. Let me find, there's an ad on fucking content. That's actually hilarious. But again, right? The, so let me see if I can actually, oh my god. Let's see, so, damn, this turned out to be a fucking terrible video, but again, it's something that's hilarious. Like, an ad literally just came up that covered all the content on the fucking, it's the official fandom wiki, but I'm not gonna fucking, bother, right? Again, but the point being, right, and this is kind of what I'm going to talk about in terms of developments, right, is the main developments we've seen since then. Because we had one more rival battle, which just made me hate him even more, because we needed to fight him for fucking the HM cut, which is actually a pain, like, trying to find him for that. But I guess that's a good thing, because they're going for the annoying rival a bit, and then it's also something to where it actually makes your rival, like, semi-important, and that you need to get HMs from him, so it's like... I guess that I wouldn't say that's a bad thing. It's annoying, but it makes sense in the grander scheme of, like, I guess, I don't know, his character, and then as opposed to like anything else. I don't know, but that's not really the main development. The main development we've seen since again since the last review I did, the early game, was in Team Olympus. We had like 2-3 more engagements, and then there were also like again, and each of them had a Team Olympus commander, right? No, it wasn't Apollo. Apollo was the first one. I think it was Artemis. Yeah, I think it was Artemis. Again, team... Let me just look up Team fucking Olympus, right? Okay, never mind. That's a fucking company, right? I swear to God, there was a list of the fucking... I swear there was a list of the fucking... I don't know. This shit's gonna piss me off. Because I'm pretty sure... Anyway, so... Yeah, I don't know. It's something where it's like, I guess I'm not going to find out the list. Maybe it's in the Reddit. I don't think so, right? Yeah, I don't think so, no. Or maybe it was on, like, the intro screen or something. Yeah, oh yeah, hold on. I think it's the Team Olympus updated. I don't know, but somewhere... Yeah, somewhere I found, like, the names. It's Olympus, Apollo, and something else, and this is pissing me off, but Team Olympus updated sprites. Team Olympus preview. Okay, these updates are pretty cool. I should probably add them to the fucking game. But yeah, right? So... Maybe it's just the two. I don't know. So that's, but again, it was, I'm pretty sure it was Artemis or something, but yeah, again, that's something to where I was like, yeah, at least in terms of that. Yeah, basically, again, I'm wasting enough time, but the point being that the main development we've seen was from Team Olympus, and then specifically with regards to like the commanders and their interactions with funny enough, we got an interaction between one of the commanders and then our rival, which I think was pretty funny. I actually enjoyed that interaction. Because rarely you see interactions between, I'd say, like, the teams and then, like, rivals that aren't just, you know, hostile. Like, I guess, well, not hostile isn't the right word. That don't end up in them battling. But seeing, like, an actual interaction where, you know, they interact and then go their own separate ways. Like, that's what we got, right, between the Team Olympus, right, specifically one of the commanders and their rival. But again, that's something to where it's like, again, I enjoyed that. That was pretty cool. Because even in Insurgents, right, I can't think of a time where we had an interaction that wasn't just, I guess, openly hostile or involved, like, I can't think of an interaction that wasn't openly hostile or involved in battling, as opposed to, like, an interaction which we got where basically they met and then went their separate ways, right, and that was with our rival and then one of the Team Olympian commanders, right? So that's something where I really enjoyed that. I thought that was cool. But then we also got the interaction between the Team Olympus commander and then the third gym leader, right? I don't even remember their names. And again, I think the Team Olympus commander was Apollo, or it was Artemis, I think. And then that's something to where it's like, again, at least in terms of that, right? Yeah, that's something to where it's like, I enjoy that. Because again, we're finally starting to get some like backstory, right? We know that the gym leader was basically framed for, like, murder or something, right, by the Team Olympian commander. So it shows that, again, like, that one's at least basically irredeemable, right? It shows, again, that, you know, this has been going on long enough, and it didn't just start when we fucking showed up, right? But, again, I really enjoy that kind of stuff, like, seeing interactions between characters other than the player. Like, again, some of my favorite interactions in Insurgents were between the cult leaders, right, themselves, without, like, the cult leaders without the player, right? So, like, the interaction between Persephone and Yaren, I really enjoyed that one. The interaction between Yaren and Nyx, I really enjoyed that, right? The interaction between, even, like, I'd say like Audrey and then the Infernal Cultist, right? Even like, and especially like the interactions between a Persephone and Zenith, like those were good, right? Like during that whole spiel, right? And then even like I guess like Rukron, then who's the fucking professor, right? Professor Jesus Christ, I don't even remember her name. But yeah, and Sylvan, it wasn't Sylvan, I don't even know. Again, or no, I think it was. But again, that's something. Those were some of my favorite interactions, and it's good to start seeing some of these interactions in Omicron, right? Again, specifically with the Team Olympus commanders, and also again we saw the Team Olympus commander interacting with the scientist, and him like use actually, and this is another good moment, right? And I can't believe I almost forgot about this. The Team Olympus commander. I think this one was Apollo. Again, him using the time call to like basically just revive his Pokemon, right? Kind of like how Yaren was going to use the crystal to I guess spoilers, revive his, and I say I won't be talking about Surgeon's Rayquaza, right? We're seeing something similar, right? Again, him using the time call to actually bring his Pokemon back, like using like the team's getting these like artifacts and then actually using them, showing them like, okay, this does change the game, it does make a difference now, right? Again, it's actually really cool, and I'm starting to like get into it, kind of like see us again, right? There's still issues I have, and I guess I don't want to end it yet, but yeah, like I guess we kind of took a quick turn to that one, but again, right, going back to it, I really like the interaction between the Team Olympus commander and then the third gym leader, right? I think it was Artemis, and then whoever the third gym leader was. And then again, the Team Olympian commander, Apollo, and then the scientist, and then him using the time caller to revive his Pokemon. And then we even got to see some Zeus action, right? We saw him interacting with, funny enough, spoiler alert, N and Cyrus. Like, they're in the game. Like, we saw them, and I thought it was just... We saw them earlier, or actually, I saw them by the time I made the early game review. The issue being they only popped up once, so I thought it was a one-time thing. But since then, we saw them... like debating or like arguing with Zeus, right? So it's actually cool to see some of those characters, right? Obviously in Insurgents you have the whole timeless gig, but you know, seeing these two characters in this game, right? And then them actually being like, even Cyrus, someone who's like not really kind of a redeemable person, I'd say. Like Cyrus is pretty irredeemable because he's just delusional, right? You know, and he was kind of able to be turned, right? But yeah, Cyrus was just delusional, so he's kind of irredeemable. But even like seeing those two, right, and especially them interacting with like a new commander, right, like, or not new commander, but the new team leader, like Zeus, right, leader of Team Olympus, right. Again, seeing that interaction was pretty cool. And then on top of our Zeus interactions, like our interaction with him, and then him also teleporting us, that was a really cool moment. And then actually showing us like the time call, him bringing forth the legendary Pokemon and then like capturing it, that was pretty cool. Showing that, you know, they're actually pretty competent, right? The one team we're dealing with, since it's not like Insurgents where you have cults, right? Where it can kind of be like whatever. In this, we're actually dealing with a team, and that's actually competent. So, and then along with that, what I also like is or I guess I was gonna make a relation to Jesus Christ Insurgents. I don't even know what I'm talking about at this point, but yeah, again, right? I was gonna say, so again, because it really shows how, like, because clearly this game takes place kind of like in the future. Like, again, since we're seeing N and Cyrus both change, so it takes place sometime presumably after the events of the mainline game, and it shows that again, because they're like, Zeus isn't like the new Team Olympus leader, like isn't cowering in fear or something. He's actually holding his own and has like a very, not only a powerful legendary, but also a very powerful like artifact at his disposal, right? Again, it shows that, again, the new teams are really like better than the old, right? Or they're like, again, they're like that these new, again, teams are better than the old. That's one thing I liked about Insurgents, was that specifically with Perfection, the Cult of Perfection, like, again, with them just casually having like the Tao Trio, like something we wouldn't have even thought of in Black and White, right? It really just goes to show, again, right, kind of how, because again, that takes place a decent time after the events of the mainline games, and it seems like this is the same case, maybe a little bit sooner, but again, still after. Like, it shows that these new like teams, these new villain teams, are actually like competent and not only can hold their own, but also surpass, you know, the past teams. Like, I don't want to play a game where, like, let's say I'm fighting this new villainous team in like the future, and then like fucking like Team Galactic comes back and then stomps them. Like, that would be stupid, because like again, time has passed. Like, and with the passing of time, you know, like And as we saw in Insurgents with the Call to Perfection, right? You know, and in this game, we're kind of seeing with Team Olympus, like Zeus not taking shit from Cyrus and N, right? Again, you know, like people improve, right? They get better, they get stronger, right? And that's what we're seeing here. And that's something I like to see, that kind of the bar has been raised, right? Like I said, like the Tauren region, you know, like compared to any other region, that's Insurgents, like again, stronger than AR region, right? Again, because, you know, again, however far it is in the future, right? The bar's been raised, you know, the bar's been set, right? It's been raised, you know, exponential growth, right? In terms of like a strength, like that's the same thing happening here. That's what I'm glad to see, that as opposed to like say like him carrying in fear to like Cyrus and N. Like that would just be stupid. Like obviously we know people like those characters, but it's like think about this logically, right? But again, right? I'd say yeah, this in terms of right, I'd say overall, again, kind of wrapping up my thoughts. It's still, I still have some gripes, right? Like let's move on to the cons. I still don't like our rival. Like it's just like if he didn't exist, honestly, the game would be better. Like if low key, if we actually had a good rival, the game would be like kind of good. Like again, it still wouldn't be in certain level, but it'd be kind of good because the issue is our rival sucks, and it doesn't seem like that's improving as a compared to like Team Olympus, their whole thing. Like again, I'm more interested in them now. But again, our rival still sucks, so that's an issue. We still haven't explored much of the region. Like if you take a look at the map of the region, right? So if you look at it's the Vestrin. Yeah, if we look at the Vestrin region, right? So yeah, like actually look at Pokemon Epsilon. Wait, what the fuck? What is Epsilon? Is there literally another game that takes place within this region? Return to the... Oh my god. Wait, so that's what that was. Hold on, wait. So that's what Epsilon was, because I know... Hold on. I'm actually very confused. And then there's the fucking Aroma region. Oh wait, that's the second region, right? But hold on. So Pokemon Epsilon, wait. Okay, never mind. Wait. Okay, so that hasn't released. I have no idea. Okay, so some shit's going on. Right, let's not get into that. I've still only fucking played 2 fan games, right? The rest can wait. But again, the point being, right, that yeah, again, look at the Vestrin region, right? We've still only explored like the top left corner. So that's kind of my issue, right? We really haven't explored much of the region. Again, it literally has only been the top left corner thus far. It's something to where, like, we haven't reached the middle or even, like, the very outer edge of the region, right? Which, again, I'd say isn't, again, for me, the main issue there is that, again, right? Because with Insurgents, right, we were still exploring the region, right? Even though it was taken, like, the game was going kind of slow to begin with. Like, we were still exploring the region, right? But for this, it's not going slow, but the issue being we're not really exploring the region, right? Again, I assume by the time I make my next video, which will be a late game, which I'll probably make it around 6, and then I'll do, like, an end game, which will be, like, 8, and then basically on the verge of, like the major climax, and then I'll make a post game. So I guess that sorts out what I'm doing for the rest, which like deals with the post game. So I'll make 5 of these in total. But again, right, my main disappointment is at this point we have half the badges, but we've barely explored the region, right? As opposed to Insurgents, where again it was going by slow, but we were still exploring the region. And this, it's like it's going by kind of quick, but we aren't really exploring the region. That's the issue, or at least it doesn't feel like, right? I assume once we get off that, like once we like get off of the like top left edge, right, or top left corner of the map, once we actually make it to the center and then the outer edge, then that's something to where it's like, at least in terms of that, right? I assume it'll be better, but at least for now, right? Again, we haven't really explored the region, and then our rival sucks. That's basically what I'm gonna say, right? Again, right? I hate to say it, but it's like, again, that's basically what that's what it is, right? Then what is Pokemon Altaris? And then no. Okay, so that's Sardonyx, not fucking, okay, anyway. Besides that, right, so, I don't know, there's some games that I need, I'll get, like, a better idea of what potential future games I play after this, right? If I record another, it'll probably be in Uranium, but, again, I think I'm going to wrap up this video. I kind of got what I want to out again, just the main points being that it's getting better, right? I like where the developments of Team Olympus is going, right? Specifically with the commanders, and actually utilizing those, as opposed to, like, again, just not having any personality at all, right? Like, I really liked how the one commander, he thought, I think his name was Apollo, like, used the time caller again to, like, bring his Pokemon. Like, that was a pretty cool moment. And then his interaction with our rival, Jake, right? And then their interaction where basically they go their own separate ways. And then the commander, Artemis, who apparently has some past with the third gym leader, right? Like, I like seeing them utilizing the commanders as opposed to just making everything about the fucking leader, right? But again, that's something where it's like, along with that, again, that's my benefits, right? Like, I'd say that's, like, good developments, right? And again, that's why I'm liking, but I'd say, again, you know, it's still lacking. Like, our rival sucks. Like, our rival still sucks. And then, again, it feels like we haven't really explored the region despite getting half the badges. So, kind of the opposite of Insurgents, where Insurgents start off slow, but we were, like, exploring. But now it's kind of like, okay, yeah, it's the inverse, where it's like, okay, yeah, it's going by kind of quickly. We got 4 badges, you know, but, like, okay, we barely explored the region, right? But who knows? In the next 3 videos I'm making will be the late game, end game, and then post game. Late game I'll probably make about, like, I'll do it about, like, what, 6 badges? And then end game I'll do at, like, the final climax and, like, and or, like, Elite Four and or Champion. And then I'll do a post game for the post game, right? Again, I'm making a separate folder for Omicron. But again, I'm not recording this. I'm just playing through it on my own. I'm only gonna play through, like, I'd say, like, I don't want to say, but, like, good games. But, like, I want to play through again, like, an Insurgents level. Like, so maybe I play through Uranium. Maybe again this Pokemon, whatever this new back to the Veteran region game is, right? So. Veteran region, right? What's this new game? The fucking, why did my mouse Epsilon, right? So who knows, right? Again, who knows, right? But that's something where, like, yeah, I'm gonna end it here. I don't really have anything else to say. Again, I just found it kind of interesting, right? I'm liking where development's going overall. I'd say, again, I'm hoping that it'll amount to something before the end, but who knows? We'll see, right? We'll see again. Not recording, but yeah, who knows when I'll end up making the late game video. Who knows how quickly that'll come upon us. But anyway, I don't really have much else to say, so I'm going to end it here. So, yep, that's it for this one. See you in the next one.